button. Press the goddamn button.
For everybody going nuts about me not wanting and my party, it's the same thing if they say no alcohol in the building. Whatever we checking for, it's the same thing as people saying you gotta bring clear bags. It's the same thing when you go in a restaurant and they say no rips in the jeans, no hats on. These people own this establishment and there's certain things they don't go for. It's the same thing. But now you want to say you're gay. You want to bully people. Y'all fought for gay rights for 20, 30 years. We said nothing. Maybe we should fight for straight rights. You can't even go against. You can't even go against it. If you're not with it, you can't even go against it. Y'all get that offensive. I got real players, real bosses. I mean, football people, NBA people, attorneys, rappers. You know, that's my establishment. If I'm not going for it, I'm not going for it. Simple as that. I don't want nobody licked and tricked. You know, I'm protecting people. I'm protecting a lot of people's reputation. And it's my establishment. Just like when you go to certain restaurants and you can't wear ripped jeans. When you own something, you have the right to set the rules of your establishment. Same thing if you go and see somebody in a prison. Certain clothes you can't wear. Certain things you can't do. This fucking world is out of control. It's sad.
Well, let me say this. He's not wrong. He's not. Y'all wanted to be wrong. You want to be offended by it because it doesn't allow you to have certain privileges that supersede reasonable or rational circumstances. If I spend thousands of dollars a year on a specific brand and it's kid friendly, it doesn't even have to be, but for this example, it's kid friendly. There are certain things that I'm going to put my name behind. I'm not going to have anything that is overly sexual, violent, or politically correct or incorrect a part of my brand. You're not going to attach boobs and BBLs to none of my characters, none of my images, none of my likenesses at all. That's not what my company is about. The people who invest and put money into this, they didn't invest into this for that. If there's a lane for it, go over there. Over here, we're not doing it. But see, I think y'all slick. And it goes just beyond the LGBTQ stuff for me, right? Because I can say he right about this, but I can also say he's a hypocrite as well. I'm gonna get back to that. You cannot, and I wish I would stop doing this, you cannot say in one breath, it's okay for one person to do this, but it's not okay for this person to do it. And then get mad when someone has an opinion or a view about it. Wrong is wrong, right is right. Y'all keep trying to rewrite history. We're not doing that. Now, y'all can do whatever you want. You want to have your parades, your TV show networks and cool. But if I do not want my family a part of it, that's my prerogative. I have every right to say I don't want that on my TV. Just like you have every right to say, well, I want to be treated equally. Well, yeah, you can be treated equally, but you don't get a pass because of the same rights that we have. What the fuck is that? So you can walk through the door, but I can't walk through the door because you're this. No. If I got to stand outside this door because of my dress code, so do you. What are you saying? Now, the part that I say he kind of like wrong with, it's not necessarily that he's wrong. Is how can you promote violence and murder and talk about drugs and shooting people and threatening to beat people up, and how can you have all of this negative culture in your content and then in the same breath have all of this energy towards them? I don't think he's necessarily even saying that he's against anybody who chooses not to listen to his music or any of that. I don't think that's what he's saying. I just think it's ironic how people are coming after him for that, but you're not coming after him for his music, or you're not coming after these rappers and other entities for the type of content they put out that is absolutely destructive to the whole community and country. In some way, y'all would really be playing both sides. And I know it's just because you just want to be able to do things the way that you want to do them and live the way that you want to live according to your own fleshly desires. But that's not how the world works. That's not how the word in general works. The doctrine will testify against every single one of you that is throwing stones and rocks at the next person for the way that they live. So as much as he has every right to say, I don't want this here, and you can argue about it being an abomination or whatever, the same case you can make for what he does, allegedly does. I'm just saying. I'm not going to get offended by somebody that say they don't want me in their establishment if I dress a certain way. Or like if it was about being prejudiced, we would have an issue. If what y'all arguing is that he's being prejudiced, good luck proving that. But I think a lot of people would probably side with they're not okay with that lifestyle. They don't care if you have that type of lifestyle, but they personally don't want anything to do with it. And that's their prerogative. It's their money. You're going to have to prove that he's being biased or whatever. That's one thing. I'm curious though, because that's a good question. Would he be biased or have some type of prejudice against that community because he doesn't want them to be a part of something that he got going on? I don't necessarily believe that. Y'all tell me, what do y'all think about that?